Every little comment, every small setback, if this penetrates your composure, you're giving away your power. The truth is those who remain steadiest don't have fewer problems. They've simply perfected their responses. Imagine walking through life unfazed. No excessive rumination, no uncontrolled reactions. Simply total mastery. Here I'll show you the method to condition your thinking to behave unaffected by everything. Perfecting the unshakable attitude is fundamental. The world is full of distraction, others' judgments, everyday irritations, unexpected setbacks. What if I revealed that genuine power emerges from controlling strategic detachment? The secret lies in mastering to separate your feelings from environmental situations. When you let circumstances to control your state, you transform into a marionette controlled by external influences. Yet, when you discipline your consciousness to continue steadfast, you transform into the architect of your fate. When you embody this mindset, you radiate power without uttering anything. Consider the most powerful figures throughout time. They never were people who acted on impulse to every slight. Their strength was not in their ability to argue, but rather in their capacity to continue impassive. Picture a situation when someone offends you openly. The instinctive reaction of many is anger. But what happens when you simply smile and walk away? You rob the instigator of their power. Identical principles govern defeats and obstacles. Those who understand the strength of neutrality see failure as nothing more than data, a learning experience. They don't incorporate loss, they observe, modify, and advance. How can you forge such degree of mastery? Cultivate the routine of hesitating before responding. Reflect. Does this circumstance genuinely impact my long-term goals? Another crucial element consists of mental imagery. Envision yourself as a person who moves through life unaffected. When you reinforce this image in your mind, it converts to your existence. Emotional detachment isn't about suppressing feelings. It's about controlling them. Picture this. You're within a fierce debate. Will you allow their speech to dominate your feelings, or will you grin unmoved? When you adopt this approach, tension diminishes, lucidity expands. What you emphasize, you draw. When you take control of your thinking and feelings, you transform into the designer of your destiny. Training yourself to be emotionally detached does not mean you become cold. It means you no longer allow outside powers to control your internal state. Your sentiments support you, not the other way around. Purposeful neutrality is exceptional power. We're programmed to think we should worry about all things. However, authentic independence comes when you realize that numerous matters are insignificant. Detachment doesn't signify unconcern. It signifies selection. Not each struggle deserves combat. As you cease responding to every minor inconvenience, you reclaim command. Quit chasing acceptance. Pursuing validation is a snare. The second you provide another person the strength to define your worth, you surrender command over your own life. True confidence isn't given. It's constructed through personal independence. The most magnetic individuals don't beg for approval. They possess their identity, defects, and everything. Liberty arrives when you relinquish the necessity to be liked by everyone. Whatever you perform, someone will perpetually opine. So why dissipate your strength endeavoring to appease everybody? If you desire to liberate yourself from the approval trap, begin by questioning internally whose judgment genuinely counts. Another crucial step involves developing self-approval. When you commence perceiving your own worth, outside validation turns insignificant. The instant you cease pursuing approval is when you begin existing with liberty. Criticism is inevitable, yet how you manage it determines your power. Judgment only possesses as much strength as you grant it. When you engage effectively, you let it control you. The strongest individuals don't let criticism shake them. They analyze it with precise consciousness, capture what's valuable and reject the remainder. Process judgment via reason, not feeling. There are two types of criticism, helpful and damaging. Helpful condemnation is worthwhile. Destructive criticism, however, is intended to tear you apart. Not all voices deserve your attention. When you answer condemnation with calm indifference, you demonstrate to everyone that your assurance is solid. The strongest people don't dread judgment. They utilize it intelligently or they disregard it entirely. Stress reveals individuals. Some shatter, yet the powerful continue steadfast, because they prepare their minds before the storm arrives. The key lies in to detach from the need for control. Not all will proceed according to plan. Yet you don't respond sentimentally. You reply with tactics. The majority fracture during tension since they fight actuality. Your thinking is your war zone. The contemplations you accept will decide your victory or defeat. To condition an unwavering consciousness, you must build mental habits. Thankfulness to resist cynicism. Strictness to defeat procrastination. Every day you must train yourself to remain imperturbable, to pause before reacting. Most people are slaves to their emotions, however, individuals who command their consciousness govern everything. Cognitive force is forged in routine, trivial occasions. Among the strongest thought patterns you may cultivate is detachment. Detachment does not mean indifference. It means control. One more essential factor is discipline. The mind will always seek convenience. Yet rigor reconstructs thinking. Start small. Pledge to practices that strengthen your psychological power. Real power moves in silence. It doesn't chase notice. It just executes and permits achievements to express. The most vocal individuals present are frequently the most fragile. If you want to be respected, quit proclaiming your objectives. Accomplishment isn't forged through statements. It's constructed via deeds. The more you talk, the more you attract scrutiny. When you function silently, nobody perceives your approach. The strongest individuals don't waste energy proving themselves. They allow their achievement to communicate. Silence is not passive. It's planning. When you do speak, your remarks maintain importance. In an existence where all frantically seek recognition, be the person who doesn't pursue acknowledgement. While others chase attention, you pursue excellence. This is a distinction between people who speak of achieving magnificent goals and those who actually do them. The instant you cease supplying outside approval, you'll perceive something. Individuals will begin noticing. They'll question your method. And that's when you'll comprehend you've genuinely controlled the situation, not since you informed everyone, but since you demonstrated it without uttering anything.